You're gonna have to remind me of the teams I played for. So Yeovil, I had my son, my son. So that's for sure my best memory of my time being there. Bristol City, scoring my first ever league goal. Go on to Swansea, playing against Thierry Henry. For sure, best moment for me. It was just incredible. I was in awe. What a player! What a legend! So that was for me was incredible to play against him. Um, Tottenham, what was playing with Gareth Bale? I'm gonna say. I say playing with Gareth Bale. That was the year where he was exceptional. He was absolutely. It was the year before he went to Real Madrid. So I think
Oh,
to play on the same pitch and be in the same dressing room as a player like that, just yeah, incredible. So I've got to look back at that with fond memories. Cardiff, being given the captain's armband, huge honour for sure. Um, QPR, very little to say. If I'm honest with you. It was a tough year. What was my best experience at QPR? Being able to live at home. I grew up in West London, so my best experience, best part of being at QPR was being able to live at home. Southampton, um, being in a squad full of sort of unborn superstars, if you like. We had Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane, Dusan Tadic, Graziano Pele. I feel it was Victor Wanyama. It was special, to know that I'm witnessing talent, real talent that hasn't quite been recognised yet. Obviously, they're still playing the Premier League, but hadn't quite hit the heights that they've obviously all gone on to do. So that was good. That was special. Um, Liverpool coming on up front at Anfield, absolutely probably one of the best moments of my career coming on up front against Arsenal at Anfield. We got a last minute equaliser. Nothing beats that for sure. Dundee, the nights out with the boys was such a great changing room for sure. Loved that. Alanya Sport, like my best memory is it was the first time I hit a year sober. So I'd say that was probably for me like the special place for me. It holds a special place in my heart. They gave me an opportunity to come back into football, and I also was my first year sober. So definitely that would be my memory there. The best thing about my time at Fenerbahce was experiencing the fans. I think that when you come to Turkey, people talk a lot about the fans, but it's only really when you join a big club like Fenerbahce that I really understood the sheer size of the support and what it means to the fans. So for me, that was great and reminded me of my time at Liverpool and Tottenham. I'd say Wigan. Let's just finish with Wigan. Would be um, Wigan working under my old teammate Colo Torre. Even though it was short lived, it was a great moment and great to spend time with him. My legacy, my first experience as a manager, forever grateful for that opportunity. I spent 15 years moaning about managers, and then then I realized what it's really like, and it's a lot. It's a lot to handle, but I loved it, loved the taste of it, and definitely got hunger for more. I think our best manager for me is actually going to be Malky Mackay, just in terms of the way he made me feel. I just felt loved. I felt trusted. I felt he believed in me, and that for me was what I needed. It was really what I needed. So I've worked under some incredible tacticians, Jurgen Klopp being one of them, Brendan Rodgers another, Francesco Farioli, who's now at Ajax, another top coach. But I based a lot of it on how I felt, and that was a really good 6 months spent with Malky. Possession, Jurgen Klopp. In possession, Francesco Farioli. For sure, Francesco Farioli is someone that if you haven't heard of him yet, you're going to hear of him very soon. For me, the couple on this list, I'd put Coutinho up there. Um, then got Steven Gerrard as well. I'm going to go with and stick with Gareth Bale just because I think that year in particular was it was incredible. Probably one of the best individual performances in the Premier League seen over the course of the season. It's definitely up there in top five. So yeah, for me, I'd go Gareth Bale. Yeah, I'm still in touch with him. He's someone who I reached out to and made amends to. You know, part of my recovery was to um to do that. You know, to apologize for my part in my behavior, and at times my behavior was unacceptable. So he's someone I reached out to, and you know, we have a good relationship today. It's fantastic to see him as president of Porto. He's had a really interesting journey. I'm sure he's one of those people that one day you'll see a documentary about him, because he burst onto the scene and then quickly removed himself, and he's back now as a president. So really interesting guy. Do I know much about the Portuguese league? I know a lot about the big teams. Outside of that, I don't know too much about the level. Um, but I can talk certainly about Porto, Benfica. There's some Sporting Lisbon. There's some really good sides there who, you know, compete strongly in Europe. Um, and yeah, it's a place that actually one day I would love to experience as a coach. He's not my favorite person in the world, put it that way. Yeah, he's definitely not my favorite person in the world. I felt that um, he treated me a little unfairly. You know, when he came into Fenerbahce, he never really gave me an opportunity. Um, he replaced me with Kim Min Jae, who's gone on to have an incredible career, and I fully respect that. And football is dog eat dog. I've been in it long enough to know that, but I feel that if given an opportunity, I could have been one of the three or four centre halves there and rotated. So for me, we never had the best relationship there. In pre-season, again, he gave me very limited opportunity. Maybe he had a conversation with Vitor before joining, because I came back in pre-season as one of the fittest players in the team. Um, won all the you know, won all the fitness tests, and come in, you know, in the top three of all the different runs that we had to do, and you know, I was told that I need to lose weight. I'm too heavy. So for me, it seemed like a bit of an excuse, and he never told me that face to face. He got someone else to tell me that I'm not his star player, and that I need to leave. So for me, it kind of topped off what was a difficult time at Fenerbahce. You know, I don't ask much from managers, but what I do ask is to be transparent, and to communicate what you're thinking, because you know you've got my career and part of a huge part of my life in your hands, and I just think that um, both of them could have communicated with me better than what they did. You know, stuff happens, life happens. You like someone, you don't like someone. It's a game of opinions, but I just feel that it could have been handled better from both of them. And like I said, topped off what was a pretty bad experience at Fenerbahce. It's a league that I watch very little of. The, the 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 bits that I have seen, I I crave to be watching the Premier League. I crave to watching La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A. I can fully understand why players go there for sure. Um, there's no question in my mind about that. But I wish selfishly as a football fan, I wish that the best players stayed in Europe and played on the biggest stages. You know, for me that's what makes football. I love seeing a full stadium with fans who are at it, who have got, you know, the real atmosphere there, and I just don't sense that from Saudi.